Welcome to the Brewmaster Series, where brewers from around the world share the incredible stories behind their journey, the challenges they've conquered, and the brews that define them today. Raw insights, bold creations, straight from the source. Cheers.
My name is Mariela Montenegro. I am the brewmaster of the Zapote Brewing Company, a microbrewery of 25 hectoliters. So we make here different styles, one lager and the rest of 6-7 styles are top fermentation. I am here like the first day of the microbrewery from the idea. We start with the idea, and so for me this is my home. My heart is here because I saw all the process from the idea.
Let's first start with the heart. How did you get into brewing?
Okay, how did I get in my brew? I started chemical engineer. I have been here 20 years, here in the brewery, in the big brewery. So I start in quality assurance, then I start in innovation, and here we are part of the brewery in Guatemala, so it's part of me from the first time I graduated from chemical engineer.
And you had the chance to set up this home brewery with the modern equipment.
Yeah, with everything. With the type of equipment that we're gonna use, the fermentation, the type of fermentations. Also with the idea of all the details of the copper, for example, the branding and everything.
The branding includes that hop. There's this frog it's called hoppy.
This is our name is El Zapote. In Spanish, El Zapote is a big frog. So for us, El Zapote is really important. The name is hoppy, hop of hops and hop of jumping around. So he's really important for us and for the brand.
What's your newest baby? I mean, you brew a single one-off brew every 3 months. And what's the newest one?
The newest one is a brown ale, but we use a ramen seed on Mayan nut. So we make an infusion of the ramen seed with the brown ale in the mash tun and in the whirlpool. So the brown ale had like crystal malt, caramel malt, but with this new ingredient from the north of Guatemala, it has a really sweet flavor and it has a really drinkability, really good beer with a Guatemalan ingredient.
How did you come up with the idea of using that nut?
We like it because of the flavor, because they call it like a ramen, it's a ramen seed, but they call it the Mayan nut. So with the caramel, with the flavor, so we like it really that like an infusion of that. And also because we want to use ingredients from Guatemala.
But you probably did a test batch, not 25 hectares, but on a smaller scale.
No, we have like a nano brewery of 50 liters. So we start making some trials there. So we put a little bit more. So after like 3 trials, we have the exact amount of ramen seed to go next to 25 hectoliters. But we start with 50 liters, trying with 50 liters.
So that's almost the size of a home brew.
It's almost the size of the homebrew. All our beers and our innovation, we start in the nano brewery, making like if the malt goes really well or the hops, so we can make change with the malt or with the hops. So we start with like a home brewers here.
Speaking of home brewers, are there home brewers here in Guatemala that come from time to time? Do you have any idea for us?
Yeah, they come here, but they also want ideas, and we also help them to know about beer, how to make a good beer, quality beer, where can they make a change to make a better beer. So we try to make like a family and help them.
What is the most important advice that you would give to a home brewer?
Like for a home brewer, if you are a home brewer, doesn't mean that you have to have a bad quality beer. You have to your goal has to be a really good beer. and investigate, read, ask me everything to have really good beer. So if you have a really good process, a really clean process, I think that is really important for a homebrewer. A really clean process, you're gonna have a really good beer. So,
that's the thing that a homebrewer should avoid. Just don't care about hygiene.
Yeah, because after all, if you clean, the beer is really, really important and really sensitive. So the clean part is really important. So for me, homebrewer has to be clean. Because here in this brewery, in the microbrewery, you have, I told you before, we clean, we make beer, and then we clean again. So for me, it's really important, and I learned it when I studied for Brewmaster. I learned it that you have to clean, and I clean the filter, I clean everything, because you have a clean process, you have a really quality beer.
And in your career as a brewer, is there something that you think, oh, I won't do this again? There's something that really went wrong.
It doesn't came wrong, but I don't want to do it again. Is the hazy IPA.
Because?
Because I put like rice husk and oatmeal, and the filter gets stuck. So I have to. It was 24 hours for 8 hours stop of the process because of the oatmeal and so I don't like the hazy IPA. And also in fermentation, because the hazy IPA has a lot of steps of dry hopping in the fermentation, in the middle of fermentation, a lot of hops makes a lot of really, really foamy beer. So I have to like divide the fermentation, the 2 brews in 2 tanks. So I have like 4 tanks when I only have to use 2. So no hazy IPA for me.
And
it was a really good beer. Everyone
liked
wants
it.
that beer again.
Sometimes it's a lot of effort to get a beer that's very good, but very hard to produce.
Yeah, 48 hours without producing because of that beer, but everyone love it and everyone like it. But I don't want to do it again.
Speaking of beers that are hard to reproduce, is there any beer that you said, oh wow, that was a good beer, I wish I had brewed that myself? Like I talked to many brewers and said, wow, I would have loved to invent Cotillon in Belgium or something. Is there any beer that said, wow, that was a really interesting experience?
Yeah, the first of the microbrewery, we made a lager with lemon. Mm-hmm. But we also used the peel of the lemon, the juice, everything, but in parts. It was really good. But we make like with a amount, we don't have like the specification. It was really good because it was a lager citric flavor. I hope I can make that again. But we need a lot of limes, a lot of lemons, a lot. So we made it in the nano in 50 liters, but for the big one, we cut it like we were chef, cut it, squeeze it, cut the peel, everything. So it was a really nice experience, really good beer, but we only made it once, like 5 years ago.
If you think of your newest beer, the brown ale, if you think of music, which music would you pair with it? You always pair beer with food, but would you pair it with music?
I don't know why, but it came to my mind, jazz. Maybe jazz, I don't know why it came for me, or tango, maybe.
Oh, tango, that would be nice. But then you should maybe use tango hops as well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for having you here. It was a pleasure for me.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you very much.